Assalamualaikum and good morning. I'm Aisyah Kaira and you're watching 999. Last Thursday, Majlis Perbadanan Kuala Langat received several reports along with video evidence regarding waste disposal activities in the nearby lake area. Now, I am with Mr. Mustaqim, the village head, to provide an explanation about the report. Okay, Mustaqim, can you tell us what happened?
Most of the villagers have come to me to complain that the lake water is emitting an unpleasant odor. This has been happening for almost a month, and we have captured video evidence that there are irresponsible people dumping liquids in the lake area.
Can we know who is dumping chemical waste and why they did it?
The responsible for this chemical waste residues into the lake, it was the culprit are typically chemical factory industry. These entities often target remote lakes or use hidden drainage systems to avoid detection by environmental regulators. This reason for illegal dumping, it is cost minimization. This is a professional disposal of skewed chemical waste is expensive. Dumping illegally is a shortcut to significantly reduce operational costs and increase profit margins. Another reason is lack of responsibility and awareness. It will be prioritizing short-term health of the ecosystem and the safety of the local community. The last one is avoidance of the regulator compliance. We can see some companies lack the proper licenses or storage facilities required by the law, leading them to dispose of waste covertly by bypass inspections. The laws and fines of environmental quality in the 1970s in Malaysia in the context of Malaysian law, these offences fall under the Environmental Quality Act 1977 amended in 2024, which has recently been made much stricter. First one, we can see the section 3(4)(b). This section prohibits the placement, deposit or disposal of skewed waste expected at the prescribed premises without prior written approval. After that, the second, the penalties, fines and jail time. The mandatory imprisonment, a present term of up to 5 years. Every fines a minimum fine of 500,000 and a maximum fine of 10 million.
Now I am with Ms. Nuratika, the forensic expert responsible for testing the lake water. Hi Ms. Nuratika.
Hi Ms. Aisyah.
Can we know what substance this lake water is contaminated with?
As everyone can see, the condition of the lake, there is so much of algal bloom that is the key of the high ammonia. The lake is polluted by ammonia that is caused by illegal factories.
So how long will it take to make this lake safe again for the local resident?
It will take about 1 to 5 years for the lakes to recover because the lake has suffered from chronic nutrient pollution that leading to algal bloom.
Can we know the treatment process that will be done or the material that will be used?
Actually we have 3 methods to recover this lake, which is the first one is bioremediation. For bioremediation, we will use a natural process where we're gonna use 2 bacteria, that is Nitrosomonas and Nitrobacter, to convert toxic ammonia into less harmful nitrates. The second method is from chemical process. We will use magnesium salt that can trigger the formation of struvic crystals, which can then be harvested and used as slow release fertilizer. The last method is physical process. We can take the most polluted water at the very bottom in a deep lake. We need to pipe out and replace with cleaner water. Miss Aisyah, do you think which method that do you prefer?
In my opinion, I'm thinking that first method is bioremediation, if I'm not
Yes.
Okay, because it using a natural process, it was a chemical process and more easier to use. Assalamualaikum and good morning. With me is an environmental expert to discuss the issue of environmental care and conservation. Thank you for joining us today. Can you introduce yourself first?
Hi, my name is Muhammad Enquiry. I have been involved in the environmental field for 8 years and I am currently pursuing my studies at the PhD level.
Okay, thank you, Doctor, for introducing yourself. Can you tell us about the level and condition of lake in Malaysia?
Yes, of course. Several lakes and rivers in Malaysia are reaching critical levels due to pollution from human activities. The Sungai Kim Kim incident 2019 involved illegal toxic waste dumping that harm residents, health and forced school closures, while Sungai Klang has long been polluted by domestic waste, industrial discharge and urban runoff. If left unchecked, this pollution will continue to damage ecosystem and threaten public health.
It was a great explanation from you, Doctor.
Thank you.
As a journalist myself, who often goes to the field, I personally see the increasingly polluted river and piles of garbage everywhere. In your opinion, what are the effective preventive measures to address water pollution issue in Malaysia?
In my opinion, to prevent water pollution in Malaysia, 3 key measures are needed. Strict law enforcement against illegal dumping and non-compliant industries, public education on protecting water resources and proper waste disposal, and improve waste management through better sewage treatment, recycling and reduce plastic use.
In Doctor's opinion, why is public awareness still low, even though this issue is often discussed?
That's a good question. One of the reasons is indifference and lack of effective environmental education. In closing, I personally feel that every individual needs to be more responsible for the environment because the effects are clear before our eyes. We have to take care of the environment like we take care of ourselves.
That what people always say, every small action has a big impact. If we don't act now, future generation will bear the consequence. Anyways, thank you, Doctor, for your joining us for useful sharing, thoughtful. This discussion opened everyone's eyes to the importance of taking care of the environment.
My pleasure. Thank you all.